And now, you are watching WCTV News live at 5.
Welcome to WCTV's Newscast. I'm Dean Shazer.
And I'm Joe Cirillo.
This week was the second for Anthony Jarrell as Waynesburg University chaplain. WCTV's Anthony DeFilippo caught up with him after this week's chapel service.
For joining us here today.
Tuesdays at 1 p.m. have become synonymous with chapel at Waynesburg University. But now, students can expect something new. Anthony Jarrell began his role as university chaplain on September 29th. He says his goal is to meet as many students and faculty as possible and get a feel for his new responsibilities.
In life, there are certain opportunities and certain doors that only open at particular times. There's often never again like the future, like, well, this could happen again. No, sometimes you may just have a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
Jarrell isn't your typical new hire. He actually spent 8 years here while completing his bachelor's and master's degrees before graduating in 2017. While attending Waynesburg, he also crossed paths with then chaplain Josh Sumter.
In those conversations, what he really impressed on me is that the university is in a really great place. The students that we currently have are just a really incredible, engaged amount of students that are really exciting to work with.
Jarrell recently invited football coach Dr. Cornelius Coleman to share his faith during Testimony Tuesday.
I understand that faith and servant leadership is to help others and help individuals grow and accomplish their dreams.
Jarrell says he hopes to meet and talk to as many students as he can as he gets acclimated to his new role as university chaplain. From the steps of Roberts Chapel in Waynesburg, Pennsylvania, I'm Anthony DeFilippo for Channel 14 WCTV.
It was announced earlier this week intramural dodgeball will return to Waynesburg following the intramural volleyball season taking place now. Benicio DeFalco has a look at intramural sports as a whole on campus.
Intramural sports are back at Waynesburg University. With new leadership, students can expect an exciting and active fall semester.
Intramurals have been dormant on this campus for 3+ years now and haven't really been a part of student life, and he said if you want to take it on, all the power to you. So Kevin and I have convened over the summer and just kind of came up with a game plan for how we're going to bring intramurals back to the campus life here this year.
Intramural volleyball kicked off last Wednesday, bringing energy to campus right away. Even though the school year just began, intramurals are already off to a hot start, with students jumping into the action early this fall.
The fact we got 5 teams right now, I think, is a huge win for us. And we had a great first day here. A lot of competitiveness, a lot of energy, and a lot of fun. And now we're about to kick week 2 off with hoping to build on that.
Volleyball is just the beginning. Kevin Thacker and Zach Stevenson have big plans ahead. Students, keep an eye on your email throughout the school year so you don't miss out.
It's going to be an active thing. It's not just going to be a once-in-a-while thing. Like we have volleyball going right now. We have 2 more weeks of it. Then we'll take a week off for fall break, and then we'll come back and get dodgeball going. And then second semester, we'll get basketball and then something in the spring. But we're aiming for 2 leagues each semester.
Just this week alone, Kevin Thacker revealed that intramural dodgeball will be coming back here at Waynesburg, and some students are more thrilled than others.
The last time I played intramural dodgeball, it was a good cause for Charlie Batch's cancer organization. And, I had one of the moments in Waynesburg University's history when it comes to intramural dodgeball. I clutched a 3v1, so absolutely, as soon as we assemble our team, as soon as our team is assembled, I believe it's going to be myself and some other guys within the communication department. We will succeed, we will be great, and I'm looking forward to nothing but intramural dodgeball.
For all things WCTV, I'm Benicio DeFalco.
Glad I could be featured. This week's episode of The Buzz took place on WCTV as they took a trip down Waynesburg University's nursing department. Ethan Spazarski has that story.
Waynesburg Community Television Station was given a new goal this school year. Get off the 4th floor, meaning to get content outside of the studio. This past Wednesday, Chris Fox, Vinny Heller, and myself were given the opportunity to take a trip to Stewart Hall to experiment with the nursing simulator.
It was first created in 2008 Sophomore year, our students come down and practice skills. So they learn skills like how to do a bed bath, physical assessment, vitals, NG tubes, IVs. And then junior year, it's more simulation. So instead of practicing the skills individually, they come down and practice it in a scenario as if they were taking care of a patient in a real care setting.
The video shows Fox and I being taught basic nursing tasks and, more importantly, shows the viewers a little taste of what is provided when being in the nursing program.
I definitely have never thought that we would be collaborating with the communications department, but we do have other places come and work in our lab, like the athletic training collaborates with us a lot. Students from the LPN school at the VOTEC have come. Education comes often.
WCTV General Manager Joe Shirillo believes that getting off the fourth floor offers a new perspective to viewers.
I think that this is a really good way for us to be able to get our content outside of just us, and it's giving us a different avenue that we can explore in both editing and both being on the set and being on camera for it. Is that something different? It challenges us and it challenges a lot of us to be doing a little bit more.
This isn't the first time that Waynesburg students will be traveling off the floor. And to pay attention for all the content, make sure to head to WCTV's YouTube page at WCTV/Waynesburg or on the Instagram at WCTV_woo. For WCTV Channel 14, I'm Ethan Spazarski.
Greene County held its 54th annual Harvest Festival this past weekend. WCTV's Andrew Price was there.
This past weekend, Greene County held its 54th annual Harvest Festival at the Greene County Historical Society. The festival is a celebration of the arrival of fall and boasts a large range of activities, food, and entertainment. To learn a little more about the festival, we spoke to Executive Director of the museum, Matthew Cumberledge.
This is our 54th year. We've been doing this since 1971, ever since we've been in this building. I think it's become a staple event for the community because we've been doing it so long that a lot of people have been coming here, like literally since they were kids. Like, I remember attending this event as a kid in the late 80s and the early 90s.
Among the sites at the festival were food and good vendors, a Waynesburg and Washington Railroad steam locomotive, antique farm equipment, a blacksmith, and live Civil War reenactors. The Harvest Festival has and will hopefully continue to entertain and bring together community members around Waynesburg and Greene County for years to come. For WCTV, I'm Andrew Price.
This Tuesday was the Halloween edition of Waynesburg University's Biscuit and Brew. WCTV's Seth Adams has that story.
Painting and sipping coffee. Some say it is one of the most relaxing activities to do. So, Waynesburg University has decided to jump on that train and take it on themselves, hosting their second one of the semester, adding a spooky theme.
Here at the Biscuit and Brew, we have a table full of options. Right here, we got this pumpkin with some stars in it. The list goes on and on. Students come here, relax, and enjoy themselves painting all the Halloween-themed objects.
Like I said, the list goes on, and the table gave out free paint, objects to paint, like gnomes, pumpkins, crows, giving options for all the students. During midterms, it is the perfect opportunity to take a load off and enjoy some time easing your mind. That's one of the main reasons, and organizers stated why they host the Biscuit and Brew and plan on a bright future for the event.
It's kind of like another event to get students to come out of like their rooms and like do something else than other just studying and stuff, because I know midterms are coming up too, so definitely people are to kind of like a break, definitely to get students to just like calm down and like do something other than schoolwork. 3 a semester. Yeah.
Alongside handing out free paint and objects to paint, they also give out a coupon for a coffee at Starbucks in the Beehive to grab some discounted coffee and really dive in to the experience. $2 off can get you almost anything, so you might as well take advantage.
I'm painting a pumpkin. I kind of messed up on it, but it's kind of like a tie-dye like my shirt. I'm just going to put it in my dorm as decoration.
I don't paint too often. I mean, I just do it like for fun. I like coloring more.
From the Beehive on Waynesburg University campus.
Later tonight is bingo in the Benham Dining Hall, free for all students to attend starting at 8 p.m. This is the final campus event before fall break begins on Saturday. To see all of the upcoming events around campus, students can head to their My Connect pages to find that link.
Coming up, a potential ceasefire deal between Israel and Gaza.
Plus, a former FBI director arraigned earlier today. All that and more on the newscast.
Welcome back to WCTV's Newscast. Israelis and Palestinians are expressing excitement and joy today. The moment many have hoped and prayed for appears to finally be here. That's after negotiations reached an agreement on a path to a ceasefire last night. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says he's convening his government to sign off on it today. Experts say the process is a long and difficult one. But Amy Kiley reports the first steps could be the end of suffering for thousands.
This really is the end of the war.
Israel and Hamas say they have agreed to phase one of a ceasefire plan.
The next few days, with each side has to do certain things. The Israelis have to pull out. Hamas needs to release the hostages. Israel needs to release prisoners.
Hamas and its allies are holding 48 hostages. The Israeli government believes 20 are alive. President Donald Trump says their release could begin Monday. Many Israelis are expressing gratitude toward the U.S.
What we're witnessing is peace through pressure.
The Hostages and Missing Families Forum says members are excited, but adds, quote, "Our struggle is not over and will not end until the last hostage returns home." Reports out of Gaza say people there clapped and cheered at the news.
It's incredibly quiet from the skies. Come on!
The United Nations says it will supply sustained humanitarian relief to Gazans. Trump says other Mideast countries plan to help with reconstruction.
I think Gazans will have massive relief as the war stops.
Experts say the next phase of the ceasefire plan will be harder to implement.
It speaks about reconstruction in Gaza. It speaks about an international security force. All of those things are very complicated.
I'm Amy Kiley reporting.
Former FBI Director James Comey entered a not guilty plea deal. Comey was arraigned on 2 criminal charges related to statements he made during 2020 congressional testimony. The arraignment follows public statements from President Donald Trump, in which he called for Comey and others to be prosecuted. Michael Yoshida reports.
Former FBI Director James Comey pleaded not guilty Wednesday to charges of providing false statements and obstructing a congressional proceeding. He's accused of lying to Congress in 2020 when he was asked about leaks of classified information. The former top cop and vocal critic of President Donald Trump previously proclaimed his innocence in a brief video.
My family and I have known for years that there are costs to standing up to Donald Trump.
Trump fired Comey in 2017 over the FBI's investigation into Russian election meddling. More recently, in a September social media post addressed to Attorney General Pam Bondi, the president openly called for the Justice Department to go after Comey and other political enemies. Shortly after that post, Trump appointed Lindsay Halligan, a White House aide who's never been a prosecutor, as an interim U.S. attorney. Her predecessor resigned following continued pressure to bring criminal charges against Comey and another Trump enemy. Days after her appointment, Halligan presented the case to a grand jury, resulting in Comey's indictment.
They are systematically going after their political enemies.
We are applying the law equally to everybody, and that means rooting out corruption.
Comey's lawyers plan to ask the judge to throw out the charges, claiming among other things that, quote, this prosecution was brought by President Trump. Arguments are set to be heard in November and December, and if the case moves forward, a trial date is set for January 5th. In Washington, I'm Michael Yoshida.
The 10th and final New Orleans jail escapee is back in police custody. Derek Groves was captured in Atlanta Wednesday after a standoff with local police and U.S. Marshals. The 27-year-old was convicted of the 2018 Mardi Gras murder of 2 men. Authorities say Groves was among the shooters who opened fire at a family party with an assault rifle. He and 9 other inmates broke out of the New Orleans Justice Center in New Orleans on May 16th.
Authorities have arrested a man accused of starting the wildfire that ravaged California's Pacific Palisades earlier this year. 29-year-old Jonathan Ryderneck is facing a federal charge of destruction of property by means of fire, according to the acting U.S. Attorney for Southern California. The Palisades fire began on January 7th. 12 people died and thousands of homes and businesses were destroyed. Authorities say the suspect generated a ChatGPT image of a burning city before starting the fire.
That will do it for national news. Coming up next is Deanna Hernandez with business and entertainment. But first, we step outside with Seth Adams for a quick look at the weather.
Welcome back to the Newscast. I am Deanna Hernandez with your business and entertainment update. A new video game not only features Lego building bricks, it was made from them. Rick Damigella has a story.
Let's meet our contestants. There's over 1 gazillion combinations.
Lego Party, as the name implies, is a party game where the pieces, the board, even much of the user interface were made with Lego.
It's an action-packed contest to collect the most golden bricks.
It's a party game, which is a collection of mini games. Compete and play with your friends, ruin friendships, it's basically about ruining friendships, really, and having a lot of fun.
The game's Lego creations had to be hand-placed by the developers at the same scale as if they were building them with real Lego.
There's a fantastic, it's like a Lego CAD program called Bricklink Studio, and it has a library of all the Lego bricks that you can use. And our digital Lego designers, literally every brick is placed brick by brick by brick to be a legally and physically buildable object. This whole game could be built on a floor here, and you could play it with minifigs. In that volcano, there's over 10,000 of them. And I learned a very valuable lesson in that. We built it the first time, and I asked the designer, it's too big, can we make it 10% smaller? To which, after he raged at me, was like, you know, you can't just scale a volcano. I have to rebuild it to be smaller.
Lego Party is out now for PC, Nintendo, Xbox, and PlayStation consoles. Leveling Up in Hollywood, I'm Rick Damigella.
YouTube on Thursday will begin offering previously banned users the opportunity to create new accounts. They could then potentially republish some videos that may have contributed to their termination, but no longer violates YouTube's rules. Examples include false claims about COVID or the 2020 election. YouTube announced last month the plan to allow previously banned users and their content back on the video platform. The move came after an investigation by Republican lawmakers into whether the Biden administration pressured tech companies to remove certain types of content. YouTube, like other tech platforms, has loosened its content moderation efforts in recent years. The trend has accelerated across Silicon Valley this year amid pressure from conservatives. Do you have digital copies of your important documents? A recent survey by AARP found that 2/3 of older Americans say they don't keep copies of important information online, most because they haven't gotten around to it or they simply don't know how. In today's Consumer Watch, Jen Sullivan talks about why it's important to keep digital copies and ways to talk to your aging parents about navigating the digital world.
The vast majority of hospitals and doctors' offices are now using online portals to help patients manage appointments, look up test results, and pay bills. But if you're not digitally savvy, it can be overwhelming to navigate.
We realize people need extra help for this.
Tom Camber is the executive director at the Older Adults Technology Services. It's part of the American Association of Retired Persons, known as AARP, and offers a variety of free courses in person and online through the website seniorplanet.org. It helps older patients understand how to use these patient portals and how to protect their information online.
A lot of it is understanding what's there and what you can take advantage of. People use them for setting up their appointments, but they don't use them for managing their medications.
AARP also has resources for how to talk to your aging parents about keeping digital copies of important documents, like birth certificates, copies of a driver's license, health insurance, documents about health issues, and information about prescriptions.
Start by asking questions. What have you already done? What are your plans? What's important as we get into the next phase of our lives here? And how can I help you succeed with this stuff?
Camper says older adults should also keep digital copies of vital financial information like bank statements, investments, credit card information, home insurance, and any deeds.
The best place for them is stored in the cloud with password protections.
Camper recommends they share access to specific information with a spouse, child, accountant, or financial planner. For Consumer Watch, I'm Jen Sullivan.
With less than 50 days until Thanksgiving, Publix has released more than a dozen different limited edition holiday ice creams. The seasonal flavors include deep dish apple pie, bourbon eggnog, rum nut bread pudding, pumpkin pie, and peppermint stick, to name a few. You can buy the premium ice cream in either half-gallon or pint sizes. They're available now while supplies last. Movie news now, here's David Daniel with today's Hollywood Minute.
Saoirse Ronan is joining the Beatles biopics. According to multiple reports, the four-time Oscar nominee is set to play Linda Eastman McCartney, wife and eventual bandmate of Paul McCartney. Oscar nominee Paul Mescal plays Paul. He and Ronan also played husband and wife in the 2023 sci-fi thriller Foe. The four Beatles biopics, one from each band member's point of view, are due out in 2028.
This game, it fills stadiums overseas. And it's only a matter of time before I'm staring at you from the cover of a Wheaties box.
Or a movie screen. A secret screening at the New York Film Festival turned out to be the world premiere of Marty Supreme. Star Timothy Chalamet and director Josh Safdie were on hand for the surprise. Marty Supreme opens in theaters December 25th.
I can't believe I'm about to say this, but we're going to Jersey.
The heroes in a half shell make a shocking discovery in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Chrome Alone 2 Lost in New Jersey. The new short film is set to play in front of the SpongeBob movie Search for SquarePants when it debuts in theaters December 19th. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
That will do it for your business and entertainment update. I'm Deanna Hernandez. When we return on the newscast, Michael McKenzie has your sports.
Oh, I didn't see you there. I'm Mia Hinkins, and welcome to Buell Hall, home of Waynesburg University's Department of Communication. If you visit our campus, you'll have the opportunity to attend some comm classes, enjoy lunch with our students, and watch us in action. We hope to see you here soon at Waynesburg University.
To schedule your personal visit, go to waynesburg.edu/admissions/schedule-visit. Come grow with us at Waynesburg University.
Good evening and welcome back to WCTV's Newscast Live at 5. I'm Michael McKenzie with your sports. Waynesburg University men's and women's soccer hosted Teal last night at John F. Wiley Stadium, and both teams got big wins. The women dominated from start to finish, winning 11-0. Jules Moorbacher, Reagan Mittendorf, and Kaya Huggins all had 2-goal performances. Haley Gilchrist, Amanda Pepe, Ryan White, Alex Delaney, and Miracle Hershey all also found the back of the net. The women moved to 9-1-2 overall, 3-0-2 in PAC play before a big-time match on Saturday against St. Vincent. Now to the men who got their second conference win of 2025. Mason Lewis scored the lone goal of the first half for the Jackets, but the offense exploded in the second half for 4 goals. 2 from Zachary Johnson, 1 from Matt Serrano, and another from Mason Lewis. The final 5-0 in favor of the Jackets, and it moves Waynesburg to 2-2-1 in PAC play. They also have a match against St. Vincent this coming Saturday. The volleyball team was also in action yesterday, losing their match 3-0 against St. Vincent. All sets were a 25-22 finish in favor of the Bearcats. The loss moves Waynesburg to 2-16 overall, 0-7 in PAC play. They have a road trip to Teal lined up for tomorrow. The Jackets football team had their homecoming game against Allegheny last Saturday, and it didn't quite go their way. The Gators won 21-11, but there were some bright spots for Waynesburg. Carson Shriver ran for 95 yards and the lone jacket touchdown in his second consecutive start for the injured Zane Cauley. Tyler Richmond logged 97 receiving yards on 8 catches, and Luke Hudson threw for 246 yards, but a couple of interceptions in the game as well. Waynesburg is now 2-1 in PAC play, 2-3 overall, and head to Grove City on Saturday. Coverage will be provided by Waynesburg Radio, WCYJ-FM 99.5. Tomorrow begins week 8 of the Pennsylvania high school football slate, the home stretch for teams trying to make a playoff push, and we have another full slate of Greene County football as well. Carmichael's goes on the road to play Avella. Jefferson Morgan goes to Bentworth. Mapletown makes a stop at Beth Center. Waynesburg Central is at Keystone Oaks, and West Greene will go to California. All games kick off at 7 p.m. In professional sports, the Penguins started their 2025 season with a 3-0 win over the Rangers. Justin Brazo had a pair of goals for the Pens, and Artur Shivas recorded the shutout in net in his first regular season start for the Penguins. Their home opener is tonight at PPG Paints Arena against the New York Islanders. Puck drop at 7. The Steelers are coming off the bye week. They have the Browns at Acrisure Stadium this Sunday. 1 o'clock is the kickoff time. We are still awaiting to hear the status of Alex Highsmith and Jalen Ramsey, but Joey Porter Jr. has given strong hints that he will return for the first time since week 1. That's it for sports. I'm Michael McKenzie. When we come back, Seth Adams has your weather.
Welcome back to the newscast, live at 5. I'm Seth Adams with your weather. Fall is finally here. We were wondering when that cold weather was going to come, and it hit pretty hard, especially yesterday. Today we saw cooler temps, currently 60 degrees, which will be the high for today. But we had sunny skies all day, which has been a help. Tonight we will drop to the lower 40s, and tomorrow morning at 7 a.m., the temp will be 40 degrees. So bundle up and be ready for that cold weather just to slap you in the face when you walk outside the front door. For Friday and the weekend, we see some warmer weather with a high of 66 tomorrow and some sunny skies, alongside a similar Saturday with a high of 67 and low of 45 in the night. And for Steelers Sunday against the Cleveland Browns, we see a 65% chance of rain, only a high of 62 and low of 50. Potential rain game for the divisional matchup. As we advance into the full week, we see a little more rain. Some on Monday, 50% chance of rain on Monday, on Sunday as well, but the temperatures will be around the 60s for the most part, and Thursday will dip down into a lower day. But that's all I have for you for the weather. We're going to send it back over to Dean and Joey for the wrap-up.
That will do it for the newscast, live at 5. For everyone behind the scenes and in front of the camera, thank you for watching. Stay tuned on our WCTV YouTube page and social media platforms for more Waynesburg content.
This has been a production of Waynesburg Community Television.